kicks. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles. All that and more coming up next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from the link. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. This one to the tight end, Troutman. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Now, a second down throw for Nix. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Darius Slay.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
First carry for Saquon Barkley, and he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Here's Hurts. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
I love the call here on 3rd and inches. Everyone, when they're looking at the running back, is anticipating you handing him the ball. He can get lost sometimes in the passing game and in the structure of the concept. In this case, the quarterback's able to find him open, and he's able to move the chains.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Hurts will try it again. He pulls it in around the 5. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive, and as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day. The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. Yeah! Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. And the drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
That one caught Devon Vele. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. They'll try to run for it with Williams. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. Off he goes. And Nix with the wise move there at the end, sliding to a stop, but he's got the first down. A first down there on a pickup of 17.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the stop. On second down, it's Nix. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9. Back to throw is Nix. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
He'll try the right side with Williams. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
And just like that, you go from second and inches, where you think it's pretty much a given that you're going to move the chains, to now finding yourself in third and 2 or 3. Great job by that defense. This completely changes this possession.
They'll send a tight end in motion. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. Here's a designed run. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal.
Down in the red zone, designed quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short gain.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And now 3rd and goal coming up.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Bo Nix. Touchdown, Denver.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession one. What are you going to do in response on possession two? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Broncos will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Eagles offense about ready to get going on their second possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
2 defenders in the area, Mike, but it just doesn't seem to matter. This is an offense that continually trusts their guys to make big plays regardless of the coverage, and they're able to pick up a fresh set of downs because of it.
And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A pistol snap back to Hurts. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That is caught by the tight end, Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. James Bradbury up from his corner spot to make the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Williams. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. It's another run here for Williams. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the Broncos send out Riley Dixon to punt. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now it's Hurts. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
Off the play fake, Hurts. Taking off. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Dotson, the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Oh, he's got this one complete to Goddard. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's 1st and 10. Hurts working in the pistol. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Here's Barkley. He slams it in there, and he is in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Eagles will take a 21-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Traymon Smith on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. Second down and 8. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Third down, 3 to go. They'll go with Williams. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he gets this up past the 35. Throwing, Nix. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Into space at the 45. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down. So after 1, it's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
This one to the tight end, Trotman. And after the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
A first down throw for Nix. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
There's 2 big key pieces the way you want to evaluate quarterbacks in the NFL, Mike, is the first one, how do they operate on third down? But the second one, how do they throw the ball when it's not a clean pocket? And you saw here, the ability to be on time and accurate through contact, that's what separates the good ones from the rest. And
he'll take it on in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Broncos.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Lutz for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Broncos draw closer here. It's 21-14. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Hurts will work here from the pistol. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Goddard. And another first down and another big gainer. This time 23 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
To the air again. Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Man in motion is Smith. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw, Hurts. Now he'll run it. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
I don't hate the play call. The best opportunity to throw the ball down this close to the goal line is usually on 1st or 2nd down, Mike. The issue here is the quarterback has to know, if my first read is not open, this ball needs to be thrown out the back of the end zone. You cannot take a sack this close to the goal line.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Hurts. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Javonte Williams heading out with the Broncos for their next drive. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing is Nix. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
On second down, a run with Williams. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive and keep your offense on the field.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Dotson, the man in motion. A first down throw for Hurts. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Dotson, the man in motion. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Open man, Devontae Smith. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
And he gets this up close to the 40. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the 1st down inside the 25. Now Hurts. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Here in the 1st half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 2-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
First and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He's got his receiver. It's Courtland Sutton. Down the left sideline. And he will score. Courtland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Broncos are back to within 7. It's 28-21. So now after the touchdown, Lutt's going to send this one away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Room to run at the 40. And he's going to be taken down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Hurts working in the pistol. He keeps it himself.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Hurts. That's caught downfield by Smith. A gain of 21 on that pass play. First down, Philadelphia. To throw is Hurts. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. He gets free. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Broncos. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here's Gainwell to return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Hurts. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
The Broncos offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing, Nix. Here's a screen set up to Williams. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came, and he's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
One final throw before the break. He'll find his tight end, that's Troutman. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. On first down, it's Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Man in motion is Brown. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. A pistol snap back to Hurts. Oh, he's got this one complete to Goedert. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the 1st down.
He runs with it. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
To throw, Hurts. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
Hurts going to keep it on the option. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
3rd and goal for Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback, but the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. And the drive begins with a run by Williams. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet in bounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. A gain of 16, good enough for a 1st down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw is Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Slot man in motion left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Nix. This one to the tight end, Troutman. And he'll be taken down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll go big, 3 tight ends in the formation for 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. And he will get into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Denver. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Lutz for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Broncos have taken a 4-point advantage. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Here's Gainwell to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Man in motion is Smith. On 1st down, it's Hurts. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. On 2nd down, Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Third and short, and Hurts will throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Here's 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And a good job rallying to the football. Hold him just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Nix from the gun on third down. He'll take a shot with Mims. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The home team's offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. A short gain up to the 20. Alex Singleton there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Hurts now. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Here comes the Eagles punt team, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll throw. It's Nix. He's going to run it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a 1st down.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll get about 5. It's another run here for Williams. He's got it. That's a 1st down up across midfield and down to the 47-yard line. They'll go again with Williams. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. James Bradbury up from his corner spot to make the stop. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
The relationship between pass coverage and the rush unit, that's what every defensive coordinator is striving for, and this is a great example why, Mike. They clog up all the throwing lanes, nowhere to go with the ball, and it allows that defensive front to get home.
The Broncos bringing out their punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. Here's the former Memphis Tiger, Kenneth Gainwell. A short gain there to about the 22. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Catch made there, that's Smith. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And they're going to get the conversion here on 3rd down. He'll bring this up to the 33-yard line.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll manage only the 34-yard line. He's brought down after a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. That lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find any. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Throwing is Nix. That's good for 27 and a first down.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Williams gets it on the draw. And he'll only get down to around the 42. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Well, 3rd and 19, no problem. They pick it up on 3rd and long.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the first down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
To the outside, hauled in by Sutton. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
He's going to keep it himself. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Bo Nix. Touchdown, Broncos. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Here's Gainwell to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And that'll be batted down and incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. A throw on the run is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. And he's going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Got his man at the 6. And he will score. Game on. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
Big play for the Eagles as they will try for 2. Throwing is Hurts.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Play action now. It's Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and then being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. And he will score again. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Denver. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And make it 3 touchdowns now. Remember, he caught the one earlier. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And, Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll run it here with Saquon. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. Second and a yard. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run. Gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
They go zone read here on 3rd and short. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
The advantage to this play call, Mike, is as an offense, you now can account for 1 extra defensive player. In this case, it's the quarterback reading the end. He goes after the running back. He pulls it, keeps it himself, picks up the 1st down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Desperation time now setting here in the fourth quarter. This is where the urgency of your 2-minute offense is so critical. How many plays can you run and how fast can you run them? Because one score is not going to do it. You're going to have to score and get the ball back and end up going down and punching it in again.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles have cut the deficit to 5. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Javonte Williams heading out with the Broncos for their next drive. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing, Nix. There's that man again, another catch. Second down, Nix. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. Here's a screen set up to Williams. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
On second down, a run with Williams. And some good blocking, springing him. A gain of 9 as we get to third down. To throw is Nix. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They run over center with Williams. Not much happening there, just a short gain. They'll go with Williams. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. They'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.